anyone else grow up having absolutely no idea what this episode title was supposed to mean? Like, this is a phrase I never heard as a kid, and I'm 32 years old now, and I've still never heard anyone utter the phrase unless they're talking about this particular episode of Pokemon. So I did a little bit of research, and it turns out the actual phrase, fit to be tied, with T-I-E-D, as in tied up, is just being so angry you probably need restraining. What the hell has that got to do with this episode, though? Like, I don't get it. No one even gets that mad. This is just a perfect example of Pokemon being like, right, we need some kind of idiom for the title, but we don't know what to use, so we'll just pick anything. We need the word tied in there, because this is like a water Pokemon episode. Boom, fit to be tied. No one's angry, no one gets restrained. I mean, Blastoise kind of gets restrained, but not for a very short time and not very effectively. It's just stupid. We start the episode with our heroes riding to their next destination on the back of Lapras and Pikachu almost falling off into the ocean. I guess that's the problem with riding something that doesn't have seatbelts. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, so I am going to kind of breeze over it as quickly as possible. They're headed to what they refer to as Mikan Island, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Mikan Island because Mikan is the Japanese word for Mandarin orange, or a Japanese word for Mandarin orange. Now, that makes more sense than Mikan because the Orange Islands are all actually named after oranges. We've already seen Valencia, Tangelo, and now Mikan. So I don't really get how the writers managed to balls this up, because surely in the Japanese dub it's also pronounced Mikan, right? Maybe it was just one of those situations where one person pronounces it Mikan and everybody else goes,
oh wait, is that how you meant to say it?
Tracey tells Ash that Mikan Island also has a Pokemon gym, which Ash gets all excited about. But wait, did Ash not know there was a gym on Mikan Island? Like, the whole reason they're staying in the Orange Archipelago is so that Ash can compete in the Orange League, so surely the first gym would be their first point of call, right? But if Ash only just found out that there was a Pokemon gym on Mikan Island when Tracey told him, then were they literally just heading to Mikan Island for no reason, just with no plan? Oak's never getting that GS ball, is he? I mean, he does eventually, but he's not getting it soon, is he? Hey, Team Rocket have a new sub, and it's a Magikarp this time. I wonder why they chose to go with a Magikarp and don't use a Gyarados sub anymore. Any ideas? Team Rocket's sub's propeller randomly gets wrapped up in seaweed and then starts to sink towards the bottom of the ocean. Okay, I guess we'll check on them later. Oh, Tracey's last name is Sketchit. You get it? Like sketch it because he sketches things? Mate, how is it that Sketchit is somehow an even worse
surname
than Ketchum? So let me guess, Misty's canon
surname
is Gym Leader, is it? Or maybe just Mardy Bitch. Ash and friends must have caught Professor Oak at a bad time because he's busy being felt up by Ash's muck. Each to their own, I suppose. As Ash is running towards the Mikan Island gym, he finds himself completely distracted by a coconut at the side of the road, which he reckons he's going to crack open and drink the milk. He literally had his main focus, his main goal in his sights, and he instantly got distracted the moment he saw literally anything else. Mate, that is far too relatable. I don't like it. That's why I'm always so behind on my work. Seriously, every day is the same. It's like, right, script time, let's go, focus, focus, focus. Oh, look, the pens on my desk aren't all perfectly lined up. Let's just sort that out real quick. When Ash picks up the coconut, a bucket of water pours over him, and it's revealed that this was actually a trap set up by some random kid. Mate, how bored does a kid have to be to set up a trick coconut at the side of the road and then wait around for the one person who's dumb enough to find themselves hankering for a bit of curbside coconut milk? Someone buy this kid a TV, for fuck's sake, or a personality. The kid tries to coax Ash into a battle, but before either of them can send out a Pokemon, this woman interrupts, announcing herself as Cissy, the Mikan Island gym leader, and accepts Ash's challenge, which apparently means we don't get to see Ash battle the kid. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Who'd want to see a Pokemon battle in a show called Pokemon? Not me. Direct quote from Ash.
I was expecting a guy trainer.
Ash, mate, can you join us in the 21st century, please, and stop being so sexist? And yes, 21st century is technically correct because this episode, the dubbed version at least, aired just after the turn of the millennium. Girls can be trainers too. I mean, you're even traveling with a female Pokemon trainer, are you not? I mean, granted, she's a bad example because she's a shit one, but still. Plus, you literally won badges from Erica and Sabrina, two strong female gym leaders. What I'm saying is, don't be such an ignorant arsehole. Now, if you're not an ignorant arsehole, tap the like button to convince the stupid YouTube robot algorithm machine learning thing to recommend this content to more people. Don't forget to share the video on social media and leave a lovely comment down below. If you can't think of a comment, just post something generic like
Sexist Ash? More like sexist twat?
or just simply comment the name of the secret Pokemon that I've hidden somewhere in this video. And I will definitely remember to actually put the secret Pokemon in the video today. I feel really, really bad for anyone that went to the trouble to try and find it in the last one, where I just forgot when I went to edit. Oops. And if you're new here, thank you so much for giving my content a chance. If you're enjoying it, please hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss any of my content. Misty looks over at Tracey's sketchpad to find him drawing a picture of Cissy, and he seems to be paying close attention to making sure that he's got her boobs drawn just right. Mate, Tracey got caught in 4K. Or standard definition as it was back then. Either way, Tracey's a massive creep. Pass it on. Inside the gym, Cissy says they can only use water-type Pokemon. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, that seems awfully restrictive, doesn't it? Can't they just have a regular Pokemon battle? Oh, just you wait, my friends. This battle is about to get so stupidly overcomplicated, way more than it needs to be. Cissy gets her brother to push a button that removes the spectator stands from the gym and reveals a wall covered in tin cans, and also opens up the battlefield into a large pool. Yeah, most of us can see where this is going, and yeah, it's that lame. Direct quote from Ash after Cissy sends out Seadra.
What is that?
Ash, mate, it's a Seadra. You know, like the one that your Kingler faced in the Indigo League? Surely you can't have forgotten about it already. It wasn't even 10 episodes ago, was it?
Well, actually, Liam, maybe Ash's Kingler beat that Seadra so quickly and had to immediately focus on that trainer's Golbat, he didn't really get time to commit Seadra to memory.
I mean, that is a lot of mental gymnastics, but whatever helps Ash sleep at night, I suppose. After Dexter tells Ash that Seadra possesses both strength and speed, Ash says it's not going to win any beauty contests either, and in response, Seadra spits in his face. Mate, I am fully on Seadra's side here. Ash had no business taking a cheap shot at Seadra's looks. Not very protagonisty at all, that. Cissy says they're going to compete in a water gun challenge, where one of each of their Pokemon compete to see who has the best water gun. Yeah, we're not actually getting a proper battle, are we? Cissy says that in her gym, the Pokemon compete like athletes. But they're Pokemon. Why not just have them compete like Pokemon, since they're Pokemon? I don't want to watch Pokemon athletics. If I wanted to be bored, I'd just watch the actual Olympics. We want Pokemon battles, for God's sake. Cissy gets a Seadra to warm up by having it fire its water gun at a bunch of bubbles that are floating through the air. Tracey says, "Interesting attack. I never saw anything like it." Tracey, how have you never seen water gun? Aren't you supposed to be a Pokemon watcher? You can't be a very good one if you've never seen one of the most basic water type attacks. Legit though, the competition is which Pokemon can knock over the most cans with their water gun. Congratulations, Pokemon. You've somehow managed to take a Pokemon episode with no Pokemon battles in and somehow make it even more boring. That's impressive, if not a little sad. Ash sends out Squirtle and says,
Squirtle, this isn't like any battle before.
because it's not a fucking battle. It's bloody Duck Hunt. Sorry, I know it shouldn't bother me this much, but this is Pokemon. The format should be so simple. Catching Pokemon, battling Pokemon, earning badges, competing in leagues. How hard is it to nail that formula? What kid in their right mind wants to watch Pokemon target practice instead of Pokemon battles? This is bollocks. Cissy tells her Seadra to start using Water Gun, and my question is, what are even the rules here? Because nobody's actually keeping a record of how many cans Seadra's knocked over, so is it time-based? But then Ash tells Squirtle to start firing off water guns a few moments later, so it's not like they're doing it one at a time. But if they are supposed to be firing at the same time, then why did Sissy's Seadra get a head start? What a surprise! The whole thing is convoluted bollocks. They really could have just had a battle. Misty's Psyduck turns up just so that Misty can tell it off, which is a prime example of the writers trying to fill the episode's runtime because they couldn't actually figure out anything of substance to write into the episode. We get even more runtime filler when Psyduck starts playing keepy uppy with the GS ball, and I'll be the first to say, his technique is impressive. Psyduck's got skills. Pass it on. I mean skills as in skills, not the bum disease. Why do I feel like that's a reference that only people from the UK who grew up either in the 1990s or before will get? After the can shooting contest ends in a draw, which technically Squirtle won because it knocked down the same amount of cans as Seadra but in a shorter amount of time, just saying, they move on to moving targets and now have to hit flying plates with their water guns and oh my god, is anyone else just really bored yet? Is this really the lengths the animators will go to avoid having to animate actual Pokemon battles? Like, I get that it's probably easier just to animate Pokemon only using water gun and blue lines hitting cans and plates over and over again, but god, if you didn't want to animate Pokemon battles, maybe you shouldn't have started a Pokemon Anime. After Ash's Squirtle and Cissy Seadra both succeed in hitting a single target and then 3 targets at once, they then decide that the tiebreaker will be both of them trying to hit the same target. And let's be real, the only reason they've decided that is so they can do the slow zoom into each Pokemon's face, and then the slow zoom into each trainer's face, and then the slow zoom towards Misty and Tracey watching on. And that's all just to fill the episode runtime, innit? Seriously though, this episode must have felt like a day off for the animators. So Seadra and Squirtle both hit the target at the exact same time, but why the hell does it take Tracey over 7 seconds from the moment of impact to work that out? Seriously, go back and watch it. He stands there looking through the binoculars for 7 entire seconds after the impact has happened when the plate smashed instantly. Why did it take him that long to be like, oh wow, they hit at the same time? Like, now that the plate has been smashed, for those 7 seconds, Tracey would have been just looking through the binoculars at just the sky, the empty sky. Tracey's proved himself to be beyond useless already. Pass it on. The contest is declared a tie, and Cissy says the way to break the tie is with a Pokemon wave ride. Why isn't it with a Pokemon battle? That would have been so much simpler. Why did they think that overcomplicating the Pokemon gym concept would be a good idea? Kind of like when Alola did the trial thing, which didn't really work either. Like, don't get me wrong, Totem Pokemon were absolutely fantastic, and those double battles were really, really good, but the trials to get to them were stupid. If anyone genuinely believes that Alola's trials are anything more than just battle one wild Pokemon on its own, battle one wild Pokemon on its own, battle one wild Pokemon on its own, there you go, now you can face the totem. You're wrong. At least in Pokemon gyms, sometimes the trainers have more than one Pokemon to fight. So the rules of a Pokemon wave ride are that the Pokemon have to swim around this flag and back to the beach. Ugh, a swimming race. Tell me again why the writers thought this would be more interesting than a Pokemon battle? Good lord, how massive is Cissy's Blastoise?
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find it just looks bigger because it's closer to the screen.
Yeah, but even then,
Wee, he's a beefy boy.
Listen, I'm no parent and I'm never gonna be, but who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to give this kid the flare gun to start the race? You're just asking for trouble here. Oh, thank fuck Team Rocket are here. Maybe they can save this episode. Just like I can save your money on G Fuel! Use code ACE, that's my code, and you can get 30% off from today. Wait, not today. Well, technically from today, from yesterday, but also from today, until Monday the 9th of August. So go and bag yourself some of the wonderful flavors of G Fuel like Pink Drip that I'm drinking right now, or pre-order yourself some of the new up-and-coming flavors like the Venom-inspired Black Ooze and Red Ooze, which are black cherry and sour black cherry respectively, or KSI's Orange Vibe, which is orange creamsicle. Use code ACE, get yourself 30% off your order. That will take a massive chunk out of the cost, and it helps out this channel in such a fantastic and wonderful way. And just thank you for everyone that's ever used code ACE, because it helps me out so much. But yes, onto the Pink Drip, the lovely flavor that tastes like pink Chewits, basically. If you've ever had Chewits, pink Chewits. Oh, that is an absolute winner. Get yourself some money off. Get yourself 30% off from now until the end of Monday using code ACE. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because children don't need caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is. Don't give kids caffeine. And because it contains caffeine, just drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. James explains that when their sub got tangled up in the seaweed, they played a game to decide who was going to go outside and try and untangle it. And I don't know if I'm just stupid here, but I don't really understand their game. We hear them say the odd finger is it before revealing their hands. And I guess James just loses because he's not holding up any fingers? But Jessie and Meowth are both showing 5 and 3 fingers respectively, which are odd numbers, so shouldn't one of them be it? Surely it would have been simpler just to say they were playing rock, paper, scissors and that James chose rock and Jessie and Meowth both chose paper. Seriously, just when you thought this episode didn't have enough overcomplication. James explains that after being freed, the sub floated away and nearly left him to drown, and Meowth just hits him over the head with a mallet and tells him to quit his whining and get over it. Wow, who knew the cure for PTSD was just ignoring it and acting like nothing happened? For legal reasons, that was sarcasm. Meowth is clearly being an arsehole here and a very bad friend. Hey, look at that, we might actually get a Pokemon battle here, but mate, look at the range on Weezing's smokescreen. It's covered like the entire beach. That's way too OP. Team Rocket fire a net from their submarine that catches Cissy's Blastoise, but I'm not sure I fully understand their plan here. They're using a manual pedal-powered submarine. Do they they really think they have the strength to move that sub and a Pokemon like Blastoise that was basically built to be a strong swimmer? Like, there's being delusional villains, and then there's this. The sub's propeller instantly gets tangled up with seaweed once again, and after Jessie suggests they all push on the pedals as hard as they can, Team Rocket end up snapping all 3 sets of pedals. Wow, Team Rocket are all hench. Confirmed. After Jessie, James, and Meowth all decide to go outside the sub to push it, don't ask, Blastoise drags the sub up to the surface and breaks the net. Could have just done that from the get-go, really. Direct quote from Meowth.
Come on, we can still get 2 Pokemon on the half shell.
What does that even mean? Like, I get it, Blastoise is a tortoise, therefore tortoise shells, half shells, whatever. But you've just failed to steal 1 Pokemon. How the hell are you going to steal 2? Meowth, you're talking shit, mate. Pikachu shocks Team Rocket, and since its tail's in the water, I assume it also shocks any innocent water-type Pokemon that might be swimming nearby. That's not very protagonisty. After Blastoise hydro pumps Team Rocket away, Cissy reveals that in a Pokemon Wave Ride, the trainers ride their Pokemon.
Wow, that makes a Pokemon swimming race so much more interesting.
It doesn't, does it? Especially when they're riding 2 massive Pokemon like Lapras and Blastoise. Like, if it was a Pokemon Wave Ride between a trainer with a Horsey and a trainer with a Poliwag, maybe I'd be a little bit more interested just to see how that played out. Oh, okay, I jumped the literal gun earlier. Turns out the flare gun is just a glorified party popper. Oh god, it really is as boring as I expected. Like, I could do a full play-by-play, but this is literally just 2 Pokemon swimming side by side with Blastoise occasionally bumping Lapras. Sure, Ash almost falls in the water at one point, but even that's over and done with in seconds. Ash and Cissy are shocked to see a huge wave forming behind them. A wave? In the ocean? How unusual!
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find they're so shocked because the wave is so large.
Yeah, but doesn't Cissy live next to this beach? Shouldn't she be somewhat aware of how the tides work round here? Here's my impression of Lapras's Ice Beam. Direct quote from Ash.
That's an ice beam.
No, it's a bloody flamethrower. Who invited Captain Obvious? Mate, this is bullshit. After Cissy and her Blastoise got battered by a wave but managed to recover and then sped off ahead, Ash decides to get Lapras to use Ice Beam on the water ahead of it to freeze it so they can slide along the ice to gain more momentum. Mate, this is supposed to be Pokemon Wave Ride, not Pokemon Ice Ride. This is cheating. Ash should be disqualified. And of course he wins because he's Ash Ketchum. Cheating bastard. No wonder Blastoise looks so pissed. Yeah, that's what you get for cheating, mate. I just wish it had killed him. That'd teach him. So Cissy just accepts that Ash won, even though she's the one with the authority to disqualify him, and she absolutely should have done, and awards him the Coral Eye badge. Mate, this is the first gym, and already the Orange League is a joke, isn't it? Misty says she likes the look of the Coral Eye badge and should have challenged Cissy herself. And Ash laughs and says you have to be a good trainer to win one. Oh, go off, lad. You tell her. Mate, after that burn, Ash is back in my good books. Having said that, I'd have loved to have seen Misty try and surf on the back of a useless Goldeen against Blastoise. Now that would have been more interesting. Misty looks over at Tracey's sketchbook once again to see him drawing yet another picture of Cissy. Maybe they should have just left Tracey behind, then everyone would have been happy. Now, I didn't mention this in the last episode, but I know this is a question that a lot of you were hoping I would raise. These guys are traveling around from island to island on the back of Lapras, so where do they ship? So those are my WTF moments of Pokemon Season 2, Episode 5, Fit to be Tied. Let me know your favorites and any that I missed down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to really help out the channel. Use code ACE for 30% off G Fuel until Monday, and head to twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam right now to catch me in the middle of a 12-hour stream. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.